So for my poetry discussion, prompt one, mine's gonna be about Phyllis Wheatley. Um, Her life in poetry. She was a young girl, age 7, who was enslaved and moved from Africa to America. She was sold to a tailor and was enslaved in Boston, Massachusetts. Um, and with that, she after 4 years of being in Boston, she learned English, and she mastered it. Um, and she was reading Greek and Latin. She was very smart, and later she became known for her poetry. 1774, she was free because of her poetry. Um, she married a free black man, and she passed at the age of 31. Um, she wrote a really popular poem. It was called Being Brought from Africa to America, and more poems. This told her life and experiences and was special to a lot of people. She was free, again, from her poetry. Her poetry was really good. Even at a young age, she was very special. Her owners could even see that at a young age, uh, even of age of 7. Um, Central figure in the founding of this country in American literature. She is a central figure by the way she wrote her poems, giving information of what it was like in America. The way she wrote, the tone, and the message all play a big part in the way of American literature. She told what it was like coming to America, and the truth of all she experienced. So from Africa and each stop, and basically to get into America, and what it was like, and very like sarcastic ways she would write her poetry, even in the way it was from her famous poem. Um, and very sarcastic, and bring into that it was nothing good that was happening as she was being enslaved. Um, why I think she isn't widely known. So she did pass at a young age. I believe that plays one big part. She was only 31, so I feel like she really didn't have a longer lifespan to grow upon her poems and make them widely more known. And she was also more in at the early stages of it was not closer to, like, the 1900s, where more stuff is, I guess, being kept, and if that makes sense. So, and a lot of her stuff, um, as being enslaved and being free, it didn't get, like, a lot of things got lost and left. And um, yeah, so she was born in the ages of slavery, so it was kind of hard because, being as in slaves, like, they don't get treated the way as whites did, and so I feel like that played a big role in why she never was widely known. Um, I still believe that she was known in a sense. I think she could have been, if she was here longer. I believe that she would have made more of an impact and more known to this day. But she still was a very popular poetry writer, and still has some really famous poems to this day. Uh, and the poem, I really liked it. I believe that it was very interesting what she was putting in the poem, and it to me, I like the way she used her words, and kind of like everything flowed perfectly. I believe that everything about the poem had a meaning from the first line all the way down to the bottom line. It was very interesting, and I read it 4 to 5 times because I really wanted to get to know what she was talking about in that poem. So with all of it, I really liked her poem, and just watching the videos and everything talking about her. I believe that she was a very talented young girl, even to at her age of 31. I believe that she truly was special, and I think that every poem she was making was very interesting, and learning more about her actually opened my eyes and opened my head up to more poems, and just like understanding the poetry part and everything. And Philis Wheatley really was talented in so many different ways, learning Greek and Latin, and mastering English only 4 years, coming from Africa all the way to Boston, Massachusetts. And so, yeah, so that's my take on Philis Wheatley and about everything about her. So.